Okay, greetings everyone. Welcome to Gerard Black in the Philippines with the truth. I'm going to welcome you to my channels, all my commenters, all my subscribers, my new subscribers. I'm going to welcome you all to my channel. My scallywags, my peaches, my triggers, my haters, and all of you. Welcome to my channel. Well, today I just finished playing tennis, and I decided to come here and hang out at the boulevard for a minute. You know, it's something that I very rarely get to do by myself, but because after the move, it seems that Mia and I are both taking advantage of the location and how close everything is to us, and are very very much enjoying, let's say, our newfound freedom. The boulevard, as I've shown you many times before, they just rebuild a lot of stuff and what have you. But I just want to sit here and just kind of just relax. If you look behind me, I don't know if you see behind me, there you go. Back there behind me is, what's it called? Honeycomb. Honeycomb is a club right over here. You look over my shoulder. Right there, Honeycomb is a club that has a lot of band at night. You can come listen to some good live music. In the back of it, they used to play cards back there, but they kind of stopped. They kind of clamped down on card playing here in the Philippines. You know, why, I don't know, but it might be for the best. And right beside Honeycomb, if you look right here, you'll see Why Not. That's the infamous Why Not. Both of these places are very good for pickup. Why Not more so than Honeycomb. Most of the time you would get somebody from Why Not and take it next door to Honeycomb, or you pick someone up at Honeycomb and take them to Why Not to enjoy the rest of the evening, get to know each other, which I don't know how. It's very difficult. It's always been very difficult to talk to someone in clubs without yelling in someone's ear and what have you, but you know, everyone managed. You know, it doesn't take a whole lot of listening to say how much. It doesn't take a whole lot of listening. You know, there are a lot of beautiful Filipinas that walk through here. It's Sunday morning and it seems to be pretty pretty empty. You know, I'm using a microphone, so I'm trying it out just because a few people have said that about the noise. So I'm gonna try it again and we'll see what happens. You know, hopefully that this one will work fine. This is one that Old Dog with New Tricks Paul gave me. Well, for the price of a breakfast, which is a damn good deal, and I'm very grateful for him for sharing that with me. So I'm trying it out again. I've had a lot of bad luck with mics. You know, I didn't have the heart to tell them that I have 3 of these mics too that I bought from Shoppers that don't work. So I took it. You know, sometimes when some people, are making a good gesture towards you, I mean, you don't bust their bubble. What I mean by that is like, if before I tell someone a story, I always say, maybe I told you this before. You know what I'm saying? That's just to safeguard myself. Okay, someone says, you told me that before. So I said, maybe, I don't know, maybe I told you this before. And then I go on with the story. But the thing is that if someone is at the end of the story, don't bust their bubble by saying, "Oh, you told me that." I said, "Come on, man, damn, you listened this far. Let me finish the story." So this is what I mean. Sometimes it's just very good to just let people just finish saying what they're saying, and don't bust their bubble. If you go up this way, this takes you like out of the downtown area and into other parts of Dumaguete. Let's see, what else can I talk to you about, share with you? I should have listened to my recorder, because on my recorder, whenever I'm driving and I'm thinking about something, I pull out my recorder. It's on this phone, unfortunately, and then I record something that a subject matter that to remind myself that I want to talk on that topic. but I didn't listen to what I had in my notes. So unfortunately, I can't do that right now. But what I am listening to is music. Man, one of these days I'm just gonna make it no monetization and just play music. I'm listening to what's the name of the group? Mandrill. I don't know if a lot of you know Mandrill, but Mandrill is a very popular group. They did a couple of songs. They did this one, Silk. Silk, that just drives me crazy, and I really enjoyed that music. It's mostly instrumental, mostly horns. So that's what I like about that song. Unfortunately, I had a very interesting day yesterday. When someone blowing at me, when they say amigo, I know that's blowing at me. When yesterday we had Calvin and Calvin come over, who you just saw them in yesterday's video. They came over and spent some time, at my house, which was good. Also, what else happened? We had mango climbers come and take the mangoes down. And it's funny because one thing I've learned about people is that human nature is always the same. Human nature is like when you put if you put people in the same situation, the end result is always going to happen. So like they were supposed to do it till 12. Now mind you, my dogs have been up in the room, locked in there, because they're not allowed. They can't run around because of the mango pickers are there. So after about 3 hours, and they said they're going to be there 2 hours. So I think from like 10 to 12. So I'm looking at my watch because now 12 o'clock time's come. I said, okay, let's get them the flock up out of here. My dog's in the room. So what happened is that, first, I'm sitting talking, and next thing you know, because all day you've been hearing mangoes drop, boom, and mango, boom, and catching mangoes. And I'm listening. I said, I don't hear nothing. You know what I'm saying? So I walked around the side of the house, and I've already said earlier, no, Calvin, why don't you leave me and them alone? If they want to talk to the, Filipino boys, let them talk to the Filipino boys. And I didn't hear nothing. But it's interesting about that. I was talking to Calvin, and I was at somewhere, and Calvin was sitting by himself. White Calvin was sitting by himself, and so, I walked up to Calvin. What's up? I said, Calvin, go over there and talk to my wife. You know what I'm saying? And I got to be the only cat in the Philippines who would encourage someone, look, man, go over there and talk to her. I mean, you're sitting by yourself. She's by yourself. I'm playing cards. I'm fine with that. If you guys can spark up a conversation or find something interesting to talk about, so be it. It's cool. I'm cool with that. Not many guys would do that, I'm going to tell you. Because of jealousy or for whatever reason, a lot of them won't extend the courtesy for another man to talk to their wife or whatever, and so anyway, so I didn't hear no mangoes dropping, nothing at all. I'm listening, and so I said, wait a minute. So I walked around, and the three of the guys are sitting on the ground, and Mia and the housekeeper are up on the steps, and they're standing there, and and so I sit there and like, okay, party's over. I figure they're talking to one another, or whatever. Maybe one or two of them are trying to talk to the housekeeper. Which I got no problem with that. I'm not a cop block. If you want to talk to her, but don't interfere with her work, and don't let her interfere with yours. Because I'm thinking about my dogs. So anyway, so. So I walked around. I said, okay. They had mangoes on the ground. They stopped crying. I said, okay, let's get this shit up and out, And so, within a matter of about 15 minutes, they finished cleaning up and got out, which was, good for me because not gonna let my dogs out. But, the point of the matter is that, I have no problem with them talking, or what have you, or trying to flirt with them or whatever. It's fine. It's fine. I mean, you can try to flirt with my wife. I don't care. It's not that I don't care. It's just that it's a good mental exercise for a man and woman to play that mental game or that mental gymnastics with the opposite sex. You hear what I'm saying? It's a good mental game for them. I mean, I know that, you know, if I'm talking to someone, yeah, I tend to flirt, and I will flirt, but to be that as it may, but it's harmless. It's harmless. My wife knows that it's harmless. So just like if someone's talking to her or whatever, I'm not gonna say what are you talking about or whatever it is. It's cool, man. Go ahead. If I see the inner conversation, I'll back away or I hesitate a little bit or I'll come in and join. You see, that's the thing about conversating with someone else is that when you're in a room and you're talking and someone else enters the room, you don't stop talking. That's a dead giveaway that what you're saying is that you don't want someone else to hear. If you're not smart enough to talk about yesterday's rain that fell, which didn't, or if you're not smart enough to keep talking about a television show or changing, the conversation so that person feels comfortable that you are not, coming in on that conversation. So it's important. I know for me, like sometimes I hear Mia and the housekeeper talking, they blah 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 blah, and I walk in and they stop. I said, "Why you stop talking? I can't understand your language. So why don't you just keep talking?" But I guess it's out of force, a habit. That when people are talking, when someone else enters the room, either what they're saying is that they don't want no one to hear, or someone to talk about like this, and it's very rude. So learn. With me, it's all about making someone feel comfortable. I've always been inclined to make people feel comfortable around me. In fact, that's what made me a good photographer, because I was able to make someone comfortable very fast. Someone who's never been in front of a camera, make them feel comfortable very fast, and bring out the best of them. And that's what makes me, a good photographer. There's one of the girls. I will show it to you, but there's one of the girls. Well, she's on a mission, so I'm not going to interrupt her. But anyway, that's what makes me. That's what God gave me the ability to make people feel comfortable around me fast. And I've used that ability, to enter situations to where it's that no matter who they are, no matter what walk of life they are, I've always been able to blend in and make them feel comfortable. So I just want to stop and just kind of put this little piece in here. I'm just really enjoying the day. And remember, you're watching Gerard Black in the Philippines with the truth. Don't forget to share, like, comment, and subscribe. Okay. Remember, dreams are nothing more than plans awaiting action. Never disrespect the elderly, always pull someone up. And sometimes you're the only one to see a vision. And the best revenge in life is to live good. I'm living good today. I hope you are too. And if you're lucky enough to have a woman like Ali Woodson, formerly singing the Temptation One song, treat her like a lady. And ladies, if you're lucky enough to have a good man like me, make him feel like a king and never, never, never say no. You're smarter than that. Okay, I'll always love you more. I'll talk to you later. Peace. Okay, I just want to throw this little piece in here. I just left the boulevard and I decided to come into Why Not. And Why Not has a little deli. I don't know if you can see it behind me. It has a deli back there. It has a lot of good meat. Salami, all kinds. It has all kinds of cold cuts, that you won't ordinarily get in the supermarket or anything like that. So, and also they have rolls. This is what, usually if hungry, I would come here. Let me do it this way. I would come here and I would get, okay. Okay. Thank you, Dai. Okay, thank you. That's the waitress. She just came and brought me the coffee and everything. But I was showing you this. See, there's not very many places you can get a roll, and the earlier you come, the fresher it might be, or the softer it might be. So when I come in, I usually ask the girls, "Is it soft?" And I say, "Okay, squeeze it." So, and so, they squeeze it, and then, maybe I would squeeze it, of course, with plastic on or whatever, and squeeze it, and it becomes like a door. I squeeze it. But this one Filipino who's working there, she's an older lady, also like dunking it. I think I like it better after I make my coffee. Anyway, what I was saying, she had such a scowl on her face that I couldn't understand, why she looked so upset. You know, so I said, you should smile. Um, so you're not going to smile? She didn't know. I said, you're not going to smile. I said, what kind of service do you provide here? But a customer comes in and you don't even smile, you know? So what I had planned on buying, I decided not to buy. I decided to just take the bread and just say, look, the other girl came and she smiled, whatever. She almost got me, and I always went on and ordered what I was going to order. But then I said, no. And I told her, I said, you should tell her to smile, man, because, whatever happened to you last night, or what you didn't get, or what you want, or whatever happened this morning, or whatever it is that's bringing that cloud over your head, it wasn't me. You need to shake it and go on with your day. You know what I'm saying? Because when you're in a business of dealing with people in the public, you are obligated to smile. You are obligated to make them feel comfortable. You are obligated to make them feel at home. That's your job, especially when you're in the business of dealing with the public. The customer's always right, we used to say. There's something else we would say. The customer's always right, and I can't remember the other one, and that's just part of dealing in food courtesy and what do they call it? In catering, in food catering. You just do that, especially when you're around food, man. I mean, no one wants you serving them food and you mad at the flocking world. And some people start wondering, what you gonna do to my food? You know what I'm saying? Like this. So I was a little put off by that. I was gonna just go home, but I said, no, let me sit here, have a cup of coffee, dunk my bread, and make this little video here and part of what I just did. Speaking on the experience that I just had. Now here in the Philippines, there are a lot of you get a lot of love in the Philippines from Filipinos. You get a lot of love. And from Filipino people, they're very friendly people, very. But then, every now and then, I guess someone has a bad day, or someone had a bad experience with somebody, and or someone just decided that, I don't know what they decide, but for me, every day when I wake up and my feet hit the ground, I say, thank you, God, for giving me another day. They have a phrase here called "buhay pa." Buhay pa. You heard me say it a lot of times. Buhay pa. Buhay pa means, they say, my butag, and someone says, que pasa, because Spanish is still mixed up, and they say buhay pa, which means I'm still alive. So it's not that, they do not recognize and acknowledge that being alive is a blessing. It's being a blessing, and that blessing, you should want to pass on to everyone you come in contact with, man. You should smile, man. You should make everybody feel good. My housekeeper, I told it, matter of fact, I told her this morning. I said, you know what? I said, thank you. I said, I'm glad you're here because every morning you wake up with a smile. She's always smiling. You know what I'm saying? And that's a good feeling. That might be the small thing that I need, to start my day. Mia sometimes, on the other hand, I don't know, if there's ever such thing as the wrong side of the bed, she's on, she gets up on both of them because, sometimes she just wake up angry, and so, I asked her, I said, why? I said, look outside, it's a beautiful day. Look, look, I mean, your kids are taken care of. You have a roof over your head. You have a wonderful life. So why are you what are you mad about? Oh, I dream about this, I dream about you. I said, baby, it's just a dream. I don't know. But anyway, I'm not gonna go on and on and on about this. I just want to throw this little part in here, telling the experience I had with this woman in here. So, you see, and because of her attitude, I didn't spend as much money as I was going to spend in that store. So, let that be a lesson to you. Sometimes your attitude costs the owners of an establishment money. Okay, and I'll talk to you later. Peace. Okay, everyone. Greetings. This is Gerard, and I'm back. I'm on my way home right now, and as you can see, it's raining. So when it rains, often the time the motorists pull off the side of the road. And when you pull off the side of the road, you don't know who you might meet or who you might see. And who knows, you just might meet a couple of new friends. So hold on a second, and I'm going to introduce you to a couple of new friends I just met. It makes up for that mad, mean girl. And why not? Just hold on. Your moment of zen. We just had a brownout, and brownouts normally occur when they make the rounds to cut the trees that are touching the wires. So they came to my place and cut the branches off the trees inside the yard, and Mia and Rosalind are now cleaning up the yard, cutting and trimming all the branches, and they throw them inside a pile. And then when they dry, they will set them on fire. So this is Gerard Black of the Philippines with the truth. When I first heard about the Philippines, a guy told me once, this Michael Chris, he's trying to pull down mangoes, told me that he had Filipinos working in his yard every morning, about three Filipinas, and they would do gardening in the nude. And man, let me tell you, you know, I want to have that happen. One of these days, I'm gonna have that. I think that's on my bucket list, having them do gardening in the nude. But one can dream, can't one? So let's just enjoy, you know, how let's just enjoy my living like a king, watching my queen. That's my queen Mia back there. Her son Michael Chris. And that's my housekeeper Rosalind. I have to say she's worked out very fine, a lot better than I thought she would. She's always working, which is good, and she's always smiling. At first she wouldn't smile, but then that's one of the things that I insist upon is that they be happy. You know, and when she gets tired, she's here for a month, and a month she works. Mia told me that she doesn't want to go home. I guess that's a good sign of her liking her work. So I'm happy for that. So But no, I think it's good that she goes home and take a break. But it's up to her on what she wants to do. So we'll see what happens. You know, we got rid of Sky today, Okimi's last puppy. It's funny because we sold it for 850, 800, 8,500. And when Mango came, he gave me the money, said, "Here's your money," and reached his pocket and gave me the money. But I gave it to Mia. I said, "Mia, count your money." And we hung out for a while. Drunk some Red Horse and all that stuff. Drunk Red Horse and stuff, and then the Mia finally counted. They left. Mia gave them some mangoes that they forgot, and they left. And so what happened was that when Mia finally did count the money, she saw it was 7,500, and it was short 1,000. And so of course we called them, and they came right back and paid the 1,000 and got the mangoes that they had forgotten. So everything worked out fine. They're very pleased with the dog. The woman who has the dog, her puppy had died, or her dog had died. It was relatively old. It died rather suddenly, so she was very brokenhearted. So they were very happy. Hello, Mia. She was very happy to get the puppy.